Greetings, Soul Tribe. This is Spirit, your cosmic mentor in the moment with Harmonious Living Mindset. Welcome to my channel where you're going to find tools for a more harmonious mind, body, and spirit. So today, the mind tool, the Harmonious Living Mindset tool, and it is a mind tool. It really comes from taking some notes from a YouTube creator. His name's Neuro Knowledge, or the channel is Neuro Knowledge. And I think it's really helpful as we're shifting paradigms in consciousness. The ego tries to pull us back. It wants, and so the ego, this isn't Nero's definition, but this is the definition from transactional analysis that Eric Berne gives. The ego is a social construct, and it's given to us by parents, parent substitutes, society, so that's beliefs, expectations, all these different things. How Nero talks about this is there's 7 keys to frequency, and we feed these old frequencies when we're in our old paradigm, but when we're trying to shift, the ego, that social construct, tries to keep us back. And so it will do things through, it will use people, conditions, events, and circumstances to attempt to stimulate despair or another feeling. It could be despair, anger, whatever your core kind of thing is, to feed off of that emotion. Okay. So he says, take a breath. It's exciting information, and it's been really helpful because I had a trigger yesterday. And having this was helpful to have me work through some of those core things. So the goal is to get us to be stuck and to slip up and then spiral, okay, into those old beliefs, old reactions, old emotions, old expectations, old convictions, old perceptions, old focus, and old emotionally charged thoughts. So it says, stop feeding it your old reactions. Stop feeding it your old emotions. Stop feeding it old beliefs. Stop feeding it your old expectations. Stop feeding it your convictions. Stop feeding it your old perceptions. Stop feeding it your old focus. Stop feeding it your old emotionally charged thoughts. So that's easier said than done. But what happens inside is what happens on the outside. So sometimes there will be these circumstances, events, or people that will pull us back so that we slip up and we spiral out, right? So when these things happen, ask, what emotion is it trying to produce? What emotion is this trying to produce? And so if emotions are resonant with the old frequencies, then you know the culprit. And so each of us has a different trigger, and depending on your level of trauma in your life, those triggers will be different. And sometimes they come out of nowhere, and especially, I guess this is part of the trusting of the process that the divine keeps saying, trust the process. Apparently, this is part of the process of us, in manifestation, shifting from old paradigm selves to a newer version of ourselves that we're creating, that we have deconstructed, right? We're deconstructing all those old beliefs other people gave us to think about ourselves. But we have triggers based on our experiences that might try to keep us back, and it could be an event, circumstance, person, I'm not sure, condition. And so if we stop feeding it those things, and so one of the things he encourages is really look at what some of those feelings might be, So for me, I discovered last night something happened, and it was just out of the blue, and it really touched a core part of me. And those were old beliefs and old feelings. And so I got my journal out. I mean, I have 2 of them right now because I'm kind of doing some different things with them. But I thought this was really powerful because it helped me go, okay, what emotion is this bringing up for me? And so if we know what those are for ourselves, then we can't spiral as long out of control. It doesn't have the same power, and we won't feed it as long, is what I found. So, it's really sneaky. He says it's really sneaky. You won't know that you're feeding it. You'll look around your reality wondering why nothing's changed. And nothing has changed because you're unaware that you haven't changed. And I thought that was really powerful. Powerful, powerful. So I'm sharing this with you. I hope that you know that, know thyself, and thou shalt know all. Right? So who said that? It's a Greek saying. I should have checked that out. Somebody put it in the comments, like, who says that? Know thyself and thou shalt know all. I will also leave a link for this video of at Neuro Knowledge on YouTube. I hope that you are doing well, and that whatever paradigm shifts you're going into, just keep, writing those, what's helpful for me. And I've shared this before, is that I acquired from learning from Bob Proctor, his coaching program, is to say, I'm so happy and grateful now that. And when you have that and you start it and you just write 5 things, I'm so happy and grateful now that, every day, when these triggers come up, you have something to shift into of who you want to be, what you want to do, and what you want to have. Okay? I am sending you lots of blessings, lots of blessings, and massive miracles, and the letting go of old beliefs, old focus, old emotionally charged thoughts, blessings in letting go of old expectations, old convictions. Okay, let it go, and then write all the things down, and the qualities and the new beliefs that you want, new expectations, okay, and new emotions that are not super emotionally charged of old ways, into the new ways, for the new days. Blessings. Ciao for now.